everybody. Welcome to... What episode is this? 12?
I think we're getting up there. We've been in double digits.
We've been double digits. One of the double digits episodes of Psych'd, podcast all about psychology. It's been a hot minute. Not gonna lie. It actually has been.
It has been.
Has it been like a month?
I think so.
I think it's been a month.
Yeah, it was before spring break.
Yeah, it's been a month. It's been a while. We've missed you. So today, we're talking about a topic that's actually being covered in our learning and cognition class right now.
He was like looking at the computer, sniffing it. Sorry.
Oh, Zeppelin, you're such a good boy. We are talking about a topic that we're actually covering this week in Learning and Cog, which is motivation. And also we're going to throw in a little bit of study tactics because finals week is coming up, and you guys might need some study tactics. But first, we're going to talk about a little bit of fun news and a little bit of, not like, Cari and I are not getting married. We're not.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, we're not. But just some fun news about us, maybe stuff going on in the world, and then we'll dive into talking about motivation. So... the first big news for Cari and I both is we got inducted into Mortarboard last night.
Mm-hmm.
Mortarboard is a leadership honor society, and Cari and I are so excited to be inducted together. Yeah, it's pretty fun for us. It's a junior-senior honor society. But yeah. And is there anything you want to say about that one?
It's exciting that the induction ceremony was a little bit long.
It was long, but I'm glad we got it rolling, and it was really nice. Dr. Rocha's speech almost made me cry.
Yeah, that was so sweet.
I was like, oh my gosh.
And Dr. Tavner had a really sweet speech.
Mm-hmm. He had a lot of heart and soul into his, what was it, Thy Torch?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was called, like, Thy Torch or something. Oh, Zeppelin, you chirping? But, yeah, that was good. Everything, it was a really great ceremony. Oh, what, bubs? You want to come hang out with us? I like Mortarboard solely for the fact of... It is multidisciplinary. Oh, dang. Jeez.
He got my finger, too.
These are not for you. These are for
He's
me.
like, good.
You can't use rude gestures on camera. ASMR. No, I'm not going to do that. No, Mortarboard... It's a multidisciplinary, it's a leadership school, like a organization. Do you want one now? It's a leadership organization, or honor society that honors students who excel in scholarship, leadership, and service to others. I was like it was really cool to see, because like I'm in Psych'd, so all the psych students are in Psych'd. But it's also really cool to see like an honor society with art students. With English students, with poli-sci, with bio, with psych, with exercise science, like all different kinds of students. I thought that was kind of cool.
We haven't done anything for the psychology one, right?
No. When is the Psych'd induction ceremony?
Our fee was due like April something.
Yeah, I paid my
up.
fee. Yeah. Stay tuned for that.
Hold on, let me actually make sure I email Dr. Florkey. You can continue.
Yeah. But no, it was really cool for Cari and I to get inducted into that. What, Zeppelin? Yeah, I mean, it'll be cool to get to work with them. There's a lot of projects our campus does for Mortarboard. Like, stop it. Come here, you want a treat? Come get my lap. We can hang out. This was kind of creepy. Come here, buddy. Zeppelin, do you want a treat?
I did.
Come here. Yes. Yes. Come here. Do you want no, you don't look at these. Look at this one. Look at this one. Zeppelin. Oh my god. Sorry, Zeppelin. I know.
He was blowing it up. For sure. It's going to stink in there now.
Anyway, our Mortarboard, we can give a little bit of a plug to our Mortarboard. I think we can. Because then they'll post us on Instagram.
Yes, please.
No, our Mortarboard does initiatives like the recycling initiative on campus, where all the recycling bins are on campus. We now have this like trailer that we dump into to go be recycled. Do you have a, wow. Do you have a recycling bin?
In Whiteside?
You picked the Whiteside one? No, I mean, like, do you have one that you, like, go get and put in the thing yet?
No.
Okay. I have the one at Nichols, and it's like almost never full.
How
But
do
when
you
it
pick
is,
it? You just go and do it?
yeah, you need to, I think you can email Dr. Rocha, and she can send you the form to sign up for one, I think.
The Whiteside one's always really full.
Yes. I remember that whenever I lived in Whiteside.
But at least they're using it.
Yeah, at least we're recycling. We also have another initiative on campus. Do you want to talk about the feminine hygiene product ones? And I just talked about the recycling one.
Oh, yeah, so Mortarboard provides feminine hygiene products like pads and tampons. They put them in the academic building in the, women's restroom for you to use as you need it.
Yeah.
And it has saved me multiple times.
Yes. And I know the 2 students that they credited for really working hard with that was Clara Lee Robertson. Is it Robertson or Robertson? Clara Lee, I love you. I'm so sorry that I can't remember if you have a T in there, but I know your last name starts with a Rob. So, but yeah, Clara Lee headed that, and then I know Alexis Marley worked a lot with her on that. Mm-hmm. If I remember from the ceremony yesterday, I could be remembering that incorrectly. But no, yeah, it'll be a good year next year with Mortarboard to keep that project going. Both of those projects. I do wonder what our class or our like cohort of mortarboards. I don't know.
Mortarboardians.
Mortarboardians. I don't think that's what we're actually called, but that's what we're calling ourselves. See what we add to it. I don't know what we might add, but
I don't know where Zeppelin is.
He's lost in the shadows. But yeah, Mortarboard, that happened.
Where is he?
I think he's on every chair.
Is he under your chair?
Yeah, he is.
Is there any personal accomplishments you had in the past month since we've been gone?
My mind drawing a blank. Can't think of anything. I'm sure I have.
I can think of one. You're here today.
Oh, I know that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. My piece was selected for the wheelbarrow, and for my poem was selected for the wheelbarrow, but my art piece was selected for the student juror exhibition.
Student jury
I didn't
art
win anything,
exhibition.
but I was still selected.
That's really, getting it selected is really impressive though, still.
And I sold it for $120.
Ooh!
My boyfriend bought it, but that's okay.
You guys see the wretched pickle?
Yes, I saw the wretched pickle.
The wretched worm.
Yeah.
I thought it was plankton.
She didn't win anything though.
What the heck?
Val priced it way too high. She's like, I didn't want to price it at a reasonable price because I didn't want anybody to buy it.
I know that's right.
That's real.
Or I would have bought it.
What's up? No, that's really cool. Shout out to boyfriend Riley
For buying that.
for buying that for us, for her.
Mm-hmm.
But for the collective us.
And I used that money to then pay my mortarboard fees.
Heck yeah!
So it worked out.
Well, I can talk about how I paid my mortarboard fees. I presented at SCARF this year and won first place in the social sciences category for posters, and I got $250, so I paid my mortarboard. Well, gonna pay. Forgot to. But going to pay my mortarboard fees with that. I presented at INCUR, the National Conference for Undergraduate Research in Pittsburgh. That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool, actually. Pittsburgh was pretty. There was a lot of Carnegie Steel. I love Carnegie Steel.
What's up?
I think his first name was Andrew Carnegie. Yeah. Andrew Carnegie was like a super big businessman during the Gilded Age. And then like he got like super big and had lots of money. And then was like, I want to give my money to other people. This is a really dumbed down version of it. Like I could seriously do like a whole podcast series about Andrew Carnegie. I think his name's Andrew. Now I'm concerned. But it's
Andrew Carnegie sounds familiar.
That sounds right. But he had a company that made steel during the Gilded Age, and when they were making like all the railroads and the bridges and stuff like that, and he like had a shit lot of money. And he, what did he do with it? He made museums, libraries, scholarships,
Good for him.
like lots of stuff like that with his money instead of like being a Scrooge about it.
Instead of going to space.
Yeah. Instead of,
I'm going to choke on a pretzel.
okay.
That's probably a sign I shouldn't have said that.
So that was the two big like world events I wanted to talk about too. So now we've got our personal stuff aside. World events. What's it on Monday? I woke up on Instagram to the SpongeBob news guy telling me that the Pope had died. That was a crazy 8 a.m. experience because I thought I was dreaming.
That's going to be Trisha Paytas' new baby.
It's got the queen,
The first one was the queen.
Iran president, or
Yup.
whatever, and now the Pope.
Yep.
And it's 6 days after. 6.
So if this...
If this baby's born 6 days after the Pope dying, 666.
But
And-
they always say, like, there's always a famous person. Like, there was this person posted on TikTok, like, a year ago. It was like, Trisha Paytas is pregnant. Y'all go ahead and say goodbye to the Pope. Oh, dear Lord.
So if she has a boy, does that mean it's the Pope?
But see, like, she's had 2 girls. And the one previous was a man that passed away. But they're, like, these major, like, figures die. And
If she
then
has a
Trisha
boy,
Paytas
I'll
has the
believe
baby.
it. If she has a boy, I'll believe it. What if she names him Pope?
Her first baby's name is, like, Barbie.
Yeah.
That was named Malibu Barbie.
Malibu Barbie. I think she would name her kid Pope.
Probably.
It's more normal than Malibu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people were like, Priscilla is so much more cuter. And it is cute. Priscilla's a cute name. I mean, Elvis is a nice name, but
This is a nice name.
I wouldn't name my child that.
If Trish, how do you say her last name?
Paytas.
Paytas. If she has a boy, and if that boy's name is anything related to Pope or Catholicism,
Francis.
I'm gonna lose my crap.
I heard her say Halloween.
She said Halloween.
Like the name Halloween. I always get clips of like her podcast. I don't watch her podcast because she does controversial things, but
If we're gonna do anything over regulatory in our government, can we make it to where we can't name our kids stupid stuff?
like Halloween.
Like Halloween. Sorry if your name's Halloween. My bad.
The one person out there.
I could get a comment on this episode being like, hey, my name is Halloween, and I hate that you said that. And I'm gonna be like, that is a 1 in a million chance. I don't know what you
do
want to
they
say.
call you Halloween or they call you something else?
By your middle name.
Weenie. Sorry.
Making sure he's still under there.
Yeah. No, yeah, we should. I know there's like some regulations of what you can't name your kid. Like,
For real?
yeah, because like, I would say Elton John, Elon Musk. What the heck? Elon Musk got in trouble for wanting to name his kid like with like symbols and stuff like that. And you really can't do that.
Don't even get me started on that man.
That's an episode in itself.
He needs to sit down and.
But
I was gonna say something.
you also
but-
can't name your kid after like controversial political leaders from the 40s
or at all.
or at all.
You shouldn't be able to at all. Like, why would you name your kid Adolf?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, why would you want to name your kid that? I don't know.
Yeah. But the other big news is that billionaires launched a bunch of women into space. That was cool. For 11 minutes. I will, however, I'm on the Defender train. I do not know. I need to look up how to pronounce her last name, but her name is Amanda. She was the first, I believe, Vietnamese American woman in space. And she took her 11 minutes in space and conducted research over feminine products in space. She also, I'm totally butchering her bio right now, but she also, in 2013, I believe, was raped while she was a senior at Harvard University while she was studying astrophysics. She wanted to be an astronaut. And she decided to put her career on hold for 10 years to go be an activist for rape victims because she found out that your rape kit could be destroyed 6 months after getting collected, even without it being tested. And so she changed laws in the United States to be able to, I don't know if it was like they had to be immediately tested or they couldn't be destroyed until tested or they couldn't be destroyed. I don't know the rules, but I do know that she changed a lot of rules. And then after she did that in the United States, Zeppelin, we are telling an important story about a very influential woman of this century. Thank you.
He's like, yes, I love women.
He's like, I love women. And then she took that policy and took it to the United Nations. And I don't know a lot about it. I still need to read her book. And I feel bad that I don't know a lot about her. But she did a lot of research over feminine products while in space about different gravity forces and seeing about like what that does. I believe that's what it was over. I could be wrong. Please do your research. Don't just take another person's word for it. There's my research tidbit of the day. But I loved that she went into space. I loved that for her. It breaks my heart what the media is doing with it and making a joke out of it because of the other people that were on it. Zeppelin, quit eating sticks. Eat a pretzel. It's a better stick. But because who was all on the flight? It was Katy Perry, obviously, because she had the little flower and sang "What a Wonderful World" when they were coming down.
On her set list.
Yeah, and then she kissed the ground when she came down.
See, that, like the woman that did like feminine hygiene.
That's what it should have been used
Proud
for.
of her. But then you have people like not Taylor Swift. Sorry, Katy Perry.
Yeah, people like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, people like Katy Perry that are going into space, and like I don't know, it's just such a parallel. What money versus no money is. I mean, there's literally wars going on right now, and it's not directly affecting the United States, but it's directly affecting humanity. And then you have people that are destroying the ecosystem by going to space for 11 minutes and conducting no kind of research, just doing it because, hey, I have the money and I want to. Like, that is such, like, if I am ever that out of touch with society, let me know. Call me out for it.
Because, like, I really was so upset about that whole trip, and then I found out that Amanda was on the trip. And I was like, okay, I feel like maybe like 20% better about that whole trip.
Yeah, good for her that she was able to go.
Yes, I was so happy. And like now she's actually getting to do her career being an astronaut. Like now she can say she's becoming an astronaut. And I am so pissed that Katy Perry is claiming herself as an astronaut. That pissed me off.
No, girl, you're just a billionaire.
Yeah, who
Not
could
an
pay for that?
astronaut.
And Amanda, the student who went to Harvard, who I don't know if she has her doctorate, her master's, I don't know, but she has an education from Harvard in astrophysics and wanted to be an astronaut, and she risked her career to stand up for other women. And you're taking a daisy into space? Are you kidding me?
Sitting there giggling, hee hee ha ha in the camera.
This is not a hee hee ha ha. This is a livelihood for some people.
That little video of her floating up and getting in the camera. But like I said, it's just such a weird contrast to like the different parts of the world. Like you have billionaires that are going into space and are, you know, floating like a little daisy around to see if a flower will survive in space. How is it going to help us? Girl, send some plastic up there with you. Get the plastic out of here. Let it go to space with you. Do something good with it. Like you're destroying so much different stuff, and like whenever they go into space, like the parts fall off the rockets, and that literally is going back into the ground and is making so much like pollution. It just makes me so mad. Like people ruin the environment, and then like, but I love Earth. I'm a billionaire. No, you're not, girl. You do not love Earth. You might have a bunch of money, but what are you doing with that money?
Not good. It makes me so mad. But I'm so glad that progressive research for women's hygiene and health in space is happening, because
You win some, you lose some.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
And I think that it's great that we're getting that research done, because I think we are going to start sending people to space more often. I mean, I think we're going to come into another space age, and I don't think we ever really left, but whatever. Yeah, we did, but whatever. If we're going to be sending men and women up there, and women are going to be up there for a long time. Let's see if we can give them the best care in space. I mean, it might not seem like a lot. It might not seem like the most revolutionary of research, but it affects a good chunk of the planet and a good chunk of astronauts. So we might as well put it towards, I don't know.
Here's my opinion about like space and the ocean also. I feel like there's some stuff like where if your body is like rapidly changing, it can kill you because your body rapidly changes. You should probably leave it alone. Like people that go like scuba diving and stuff like that, and like you can't come up too fast or you're gonna have like some kind of poison.
Yeah.
And then you can't go too far down because it's too deep. Hey, maybe that's a sign you shouldn't be in there. You shouldn't just be running around in the ocean. Maybe that's a sign. Like, and like in space, like all this different kinds of stuff happening. And then you got Katy Perry going up there and like, girl, maybe you shouldn't be up there. Maybe that's a sign you need to get back down here.
That seat could have been for a researcher.
Exactly. And like I'm saying, like in the like ocean stuff, people that go scuba diving just for fun. Like, girl, there's some stuff you just need to leave it alone. That's the earth telling you to get up out of here. We have taken so much from the earth. Let her have one thing.
Let her have the ocean.
Literally, you don't only have that. It has plastic all up in it. That's what I'm saying. Take that plastic and shoot it into space. Because what else are you going to do with it?
an alien like billions of light years away is gonna be like,
He gets hit with it.
so what is this?
He's sitting there and gets hit with a Coke can. with the jewel thing, the little jewels. with the pod.
He hits it in space. Oh my gosh. But no, if we put like plastic and trash into space, then they're gonna follow it and come here. You ever seen Invincible? You do not want aliens on this planet. I watched Invincible. Well,
some of them.
some of them. No, yeah, I watched Invincible. That was good.
Too good.
Gosh, okay. I could seriously talk so much about that because like it doesn't even matter at this point to me that it was a all women crew. It pisses me off that there were seats that could have been occupied by researchers. Men, women, non-binary, whatever you are, could have been occupied by researchers making actual change.
Yep.
And not, what was it? Not Taylor Swift. I'm so sorry, Taylor. I do not mean to be dragging your name through the mud right now. Katy Perry saying like she discovered love. Like what was her whole thing where she's like, I found love or I found.
Oh, that girl needs to get a reality check.
What kind of drugs were you on when you got on that aircraft or spacecraft?
Literally, she must have took a lot of gabapentin.
She must have smoked something too. I don't even know. I was so livid. It's cool to see stuff get put into space. It's cool to see people do actual research and actual change and be agents for change. Hi, Zeppelin. Do you have something to say? No? That's what I thought.
Dizzy.
Oh, the boy. Oh my gosh.
Do you want to go to space, boy? You ready for dinner?
Yeah, you are ready for dinner.
Are you hungry, Z?
But we gotta talk about motivation real quick, okay? Can you last that long? You want a pretzel? He's like, Mother, I crave sustenance.
He's ready for that wet cat food.
Why did you look so mad? Okay. So, in our class this week for learning and cognition, we really talked about world news for a second. Whew. So, in our learning and cog class this week, we learned about motivation and human motivation. And so I kind of just pulled from our slideshows to talk about motivation. So there's 2 core types of motivation, according to Dr. Sonia. So if this is wrong, shout out to Dr. Sonia. We're kidding. We're going to miss you. So apparently there are 2 core types, of motivation. There's intrinsic and extrinsic. I can't say it. There's in and exit. I'm going to say in and exit. That's how we're going to say it. So intrinsic motivation comes from within. So it's something that you do because it's like, it means something to you and it's like something to you. So like, that would be like, I guess you could say like painting or doing like a hobby. It's like that means something to you. It like satisfies you. Right? It's like motivation that comes from you. Is that right?
Is it like where you're actively performing something to?
I think a better way to say this is also if I read it. The other one, it's motivation that comes from outside influences. So it's you're driven by rewards or the fear of negative consequences.
Okay.
So it's like you do something because you want to do it and because it's fun and it drives you. And then you do something because you're scared of it or because you want the reward.
Yeah, you do something because you don't want others to look at you differently.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, don't I know that feeling?
So, let's talk about what things motivate us internally and what things motivate us externally. Externally, I don't like seeing a C on my report card.
Yeah, externally, I feel like he's like a little meerkat when he did that. Externally, if I perform better, I get more praise. And then I get more like, praise is the right word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But like if I do better and I perform better, I'm rewarded more. So I'm like, okay, then I'm going to want to keep trying.
Right.
But like if I don't perform well, I'm going to be like, okay, so all that work I've done that I've done good, it's not good anymore. I did that one thing.
Yeah. The best kind of motivation is when your boyfriend, who's in a different time zone, sends you a reel at like 10 a.m. his time, 2 p.m. or no, 10 a.m. his time, like 2 a.m. your time, saying, I'm so proud of you. And it's like a picture of like a cat or something. It's like, oh, I have never received praise like this before. It is the most motivating thing on planet Earth.
Yeah, getting that little text from a boyfriend saying, I'm so proud of you. I'm like, yeah, it's all for something.
It's all for something. Or like whenever my self-help texts come through and it's like, you are doing so great. I'm like, I feel so heard by this automated message that hundreds of other people get at the same time. But yeah, I think like it's hard to be self-motivated though, because like a lot of things that people do is for the self-interest of other people.
Yeah.
Like the more I started thinking about it, I was like, oh, like I like school. And it's like, well, why do you like school? It's like, oh, because I want to get my degree. It's like, okay, why do you want to get a degree? Oh, so I can get a job. And it's like, why do you want a job? It's like, oh, so I can provide for me and my family. And it's like, oh.
Yeah.
It's the end result is to provide for somebody else. And like, but then if you switch your perspective on it though, it's, well, even if I were to switch my perspective on occupational therapy, like
you're helping someone.
I'm helping somebody else. Mm-hmm. And it like that, dude, that sent me into a spiral whenever I first was doing this assignment. I was like, not this assignment, but like watching the video, I was like, that's kind of crazy. Mm-hmm. And so like how, like, I guess I was just kind of thinking like how much of motivation is from within, like truly. Like it might originally start from within, like painting because you like to express yourself, but then and like not to use you as an example, but like then you get into the juried art exhibition.
That's exactly what I was thinking though.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, okay, I like art. I'm going to continue to do it. And my art professor is praising me for my art. Mm-hmm. My family is praising me for my art. My boyfriend's buying my art.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I like doing art because I like doing art. No, I like it because I like being told I'm good at it.
Yeah.
And I like being praised for it. Everything comes back to other people's approval. Mm-hmm. And I just cannot help it. And I think that's how everyone typically is.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't care what other people think.
Yeah, you're lying.
You're lying. At some point in your life, you have cared about what somebody said.
And sometimes you have to care what people say. Like, you have a boss, you kind of have to care what they think about you. Because they're writing your paycheck, signing your paycheck. Mm-hmm. If you have professors, you kind of have to care how they think about you. Yeah. Everyone within the class, doesn't matter at all. But, like, your professors are who nominate you for these honor societies, who choose you to do, like, the year one mentor, the, different stuff like the SI, different stuff like that. Like your professors have to at least know you. Yeah. To climb a little bit, you have to care. Be a people pleaser about what other people think. Mm-hmm. So the little part I had here was that like intrinsic motivation often leads to more of a sustained effort and like personal satisfaction with something, and then the outside influence is really effective in the short term, trying to get these goals done, like just trying to push yourself to the goals, but it's not very effective long term. I see that. Mm-hmm. But like, how do you stop it? Because everything comes back to,
I think it's just a perspective shift at that point. I think you just really have to look at it as, yes, everyone tells me I'm good at art, and yes, everyone tells me I'm good at art, but I really like my art. Yeah. It makes my brain like itch right.
Art like is like therapeutic for me. Yeah. Like you could be like that, or you could be like, this person doesn't really like me, and that motivates me to be a better person internally. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like everything is like for the betterment of others. Yeah. And you don't even mean it to be at this point. Yeah. But like you go to, like I'm going to school because I want an education. Why do I want an education? Because no one else in my family got a college degree, was able to get a college degree. Yeah. I'm going to be the first generation. Yeah. And like that's also being caused like from the outside factors of like my family's encouraging me to stay in school because they know how much it's going to help me and they see me being successful. Yeah. But like also internally, I'm like, okay, I feel good about like I'm doing pretty good for myself. I'm doing pretty well in college. I'm getting nominated for things. Mm-hmm. And if I'm not like president of every single club or in every single club here on campus, like I'm still proud of the things I've accomplished. Oh yeah. So I guess that's internal. Yeah. Yeah. And that's something I've struggled with a lot because it's like, well, like if I'm not like if nobody, I don't know how the best way to say this, but if I'm not
I don't even know how to say this right. I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I won't feel wholly complete unless other people perceive me as wholly and complete, if that makes sense.
That does make sense.
Yeah. It's like
You perceive yourself how other people perceive you.
Yeah. But then, like, crazy thing that I've had to learn. Crazy. Nobody gives a crap.
Like, they're all struggling with their self.
Yeah. Nobody actually does. And if they do give a crap, it's because they're not focusing on themselves because they don't want to.
And if someone cares that much about you, then, like, that's not a hater. That's a fan. You know?
But, yeah, like...
He's guarding Hannah.
Yeah, he is guarding Hannah. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Because even when I, like, reflect on leadership opportunities I've had this year, like, you should not be internally motivated in leadership. You should be externally motivated because you're leading other people.
Mm-hmm.
But then if it's your, like, wow. I think I'm just having, like, a really brain dead conversation right now. Because, like, obviously, if it's your own thing, you need to be internally motivated. And if it's something that you're leading other people, while it might be your own thing that you're doing, you're still leading other people. So you have to consider the external factors.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm so tired.
I know, that's right.
The motivation, like, it's hard to maintain motivation.
Especially, I always notice, like, in my fall semester, I'm, like, up and at 'em every single morning.
Oh, yeah.
Barely miss a day of class. Have my makeup on, my hair's done and washed. I'm going to class, like, with a cute little outfit on. And then the spring semester comes around, and I can't get out of bed in the mornings. Everything, like, health, like, mental health, physical health, everything just happens at once during the spring semester. And I'm like, oh, my God, like, can I catch a break for, like, 1 second? I've hit 3 weeks in one of my classes, and I have never done that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how did I, like, get to that point? But, like, mental and physical health, like, just really take a toll eventually. And, like, can't do that anymore with new policy. So I got to lock in for real. But, like, I'm good if I'm, you know, like, I get out of bed, like, 10 minutes before I need to leave. And I brush my teeth, wash my face, put some moisturizer on, and I'm gone.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. But, like, at this fall semester, I'm, like, up and at 'em early.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
my outfits are, like, planned for the whole week.
Yep, getting full beat in the morning. But nope, not spring.
My room's clean. I make my bed every morning. I've actually been really good about making my bed in the spring.
I have not been.
And opening my window while I'm doing it, because my bed's right next to my window. And so I'll open it so that when I fluff out my blankets, it, like, airs out my bed. It's actually really nice.
I cannot open my window anymore. And you know why I cannot open my window anymore.
I do know why you can't open your window anymore.
I don't want to get a bill for that, so I'm not going to say it.
But what were we talking about? Oh, which is motivation in general. Well, we can talk about the next theory, which is Maslow's. Maslow?
What is his name? James Maslow from Big Time Rush. The hierarchy of needs.
Yes, it's the hierarchy.
I know
of
what that is because
Maslow.
I watched Brittany Broski talk about it.
I love Brittany.
Me too.
I want to be in her court. Brittany, let us come into your court.
Yep. Let Zeppelin on your court.
Yes, please. Zeppelin would love to be in your court.
What is he eating?
Zeppelin. What are you flicking your tail at me?
He's wagging it. You know he's raised with dogs.
You goob? Come here. What you doing? What you doing? Anyway, so we're going to talk about the hierarchy of needs. Do you happen to know the order?
I can't remember. It was later. It was a little bit earlier.
That was intro to. It was I think intro to psych, and then also in human development.
I was talking about the Brittany Broski podcast.
Oh,
that was a couple episodes ago. I don't really remember it, but she said James Maslow's. Have you say his last name? Yeah. And that's every single time I hear that hierarchy of needs, I go to James from Big Time Rush now.
Mom, I believe is there 5? Yeah, there's 5 layers to it. The first one is your physiological needs. That's what your body. Can we put like a little graphic here? That's the bottom of your paragraph. Pyramid.
Oh my god, it's like dance bombs.
Oh my gosh! At the bottom of the pyramid.
Going.
We could do an episode over dance moms.
I love dance bombs, but I hate it at the same time.
We could, oh my gosh, wait. If we can get so technologically advanced where Cari and I have enough space here where we could play the clip that we want to talk about. When Abby threw the chair at Paige.
Whenever Kelly smacked Abby in the face.
Get your finger out of my face!
I would hit her too. Girl, I love
Dr. Holly
her.
is a real one.
I love Dr.
She was the best one.
Bring Dr. Holly on the podcast. If I wish. I was in Pittsburgh. I wanted to go see the old Dance Moms like studio so bad, but we weren't anywhere near it. And I was like, I never told Dr. Saunders that I wanted to go, but Dr. Saunders, I wanted to go. But we wouldn't be able to go, so it's fine. It's also a rundown building in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, so yeah, physiological needs are on the base of the pyramid. So that's right here. If you just do whatever you want to do, or let me just look like this. That's where your basic survival is. So your food, your water, your sleep, your shelter, your air. These are like your fundamental needs. If you don't have them,
You die.
why think anything?
You die.
You die. You will die. You will die without it. Yes, Zeppelin, you will die. You don't have to worry about this, though.
Literally, all your needs are taken care of.
Food, shelter, water.
That's all you need. A loving home.
A loving home. That's what you get.
And a cat tree. You have that.
He's about to scratch that. Watch this.
Ooh. Dizzy.
Zeppelin, come here. Here. You want a treat? Is he on the camera when he's up here? Here, Zeppelin.
Is he on the camera right now?
Zeppelin, come here. Come here. Get up here.
Come on, boy.
You can pick him up. Okay, come here. Come here. Here, I'm gonna maneuver this. There you go, Zeppelin. Oh, you know. Go get it. I'm gonna let you eat it, and then I'm gonna. Oh my god. Okay, big boy. Okay, Zeppelin. Here. Okay.
He's like slowly slithering out of your hand.
Aww. Do not bite me. He's like, Mom, I got a sniff. Look at the camera.
Here's he.
He crinkled my papers.
So the camera had to sit. Dizzy, sit. Good boy.
Oh, what a good boy. Oh. Okay, Zeppelin, everybody. If you don't eat that pretzel. Okay, so yeah, you need your like basic needs, like your food, shelter. You like your booty scratched?
The hair flying off. I need to brush him. He gets mean when he gets brushed.
Quit putting your tail near my water. But yeah, just your basic physiological needs. That's how you're going to survive. And if you can't survive, you can't thrive. So, oh, put that on a pillow.
Yep.
Zeppelin, you're being greedy. So your next one is your safety needs. So you have all of your food, water, sleep, your shelter, everything. And then next you have your safety stuff.
Turn around. No. D. Right here. Okay, turn around again.
Ooh.
D. It's right here. Sit. Good boy. Sorry. Showing off his tricks.
Good job, buddy. Oh. It's like, Mom, I'm camera shy. But yeah, your safety needs. So security, stability, health, financial safety, protection from danger. Yeah, once your basic like needs are met, then you like start going for like structure.
Mm-hmm. Nothing down there for you.
There you go, bub. So then you can like move on to that. Next is love and belonging. So that's your like your social your socialization. So you've got your relationship, friends, family, community, and then intimacy. We crave that connection. Humans are social creatures. We crave that. Hi, Zeppelin. This is just a Okay, bye.
I heard a man talking.
He heard a man. Same. Acceptance and then emotional bonds. Humans are social creatures. We want people to like us. What can we say? Next is esteem needs, which these last two kind of sometimes confuse me because I'm like, is it the same thing? But esteem needs is like respect, self-esteem, recognition, achievement. It's about feeling valued by ourselves and others. So that's where your motivation comes into. It's about like valued internally and externally. And then your last one is self-actualization. You got personal growth, creativity, purpose, reaching your full potential. If you've seen Soul, that's how this movie was based off of, was the pyramids of, what's this called?
Is he eating cords? I think, Zay, here's a treat, boy. Zay, you want a treat?
It's like,
eating
again,
cords.
I haven't had a treat in forever.
Come here, Zay. You stop eating them cords, boy. Zay.
Yeah, and then this is where you reach, like, what's supposed to be, like, the best version of yourself. Oh, dear Lord, I forgot to learn black. Okay.
Same.
So, once you get your basic needs, that's your survival motivation. Done. And then once you have your higher needs done, so the other 4, then you're, like, fully fulfilled in motivation. Apparently. I guess. You have anything else to say about motivation?
No. I think I talked about, like, the lack of it I've been experiencing. The burnout.
Yeah. Eat it.
Zay, there's a tree over here I threw.
So, the second part of this is to also help our fellow Lyon Scotch. Finals week is rapidly approaching. Not to alarm anybody. I believe graduation is in 19 days. So.
Oh my god.
That means I leave for my trip in 20.
Yeah. So, you need to be studying. You should have been studying from the get-go.
It wasn't.
But I have some techniques written here, and then Cari and I can also talk about our own study habits, if there is any. Zeppelin, do you have study habits?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I actually want to talk about one that it doesn't piss me off, but it pisses me off about how many people think it's true. Like, one thing about it is true. There are some people who do believe that listening to music while studying is doable. I'm here to tell you, it is not. Our brains, as though we think we are complex and awesome and superheroes, apparently, cannot focus on multiple things at once. You cannot multitask. And listening to music is a task. So, how I've gotten around that, because I do like a good beat. Come on. Lo-fi. Listening to lo-fi music is a great study tactic. There are some that are lo-fi, like, video game scores. So I listen to that because I do like a good video game score. Yeah, you cannot listen to music while studying. You cannot listen to Sabrina Carpenter Eat the House Down. What's it called? Slay the House Down, Boots Down? What? How do you say that? Slay the House, Boots Down?
Slay the house, boots.
Wait.
Zeppelin, what is it?
Boots, slay the house down. Mama, I'm deceased. I think that's it.
That. You cannot listen to that while trying to study for your calculus exam. You cannot have a brat summer while also studying for Edward Tenace's World Civ class. You cannot. What's another? You cannot
I saw the one too.
visit the Pink Pony Club while studying for Beezer's physical science exam. Or, yeah, is it it's physical science.
I have that exact necklace.
Which one?
The C.
Oh, do you? I got one from TJ Maxx.
My Mimi got it for me and gave it to me yesterday for Easter.
That's cute. Okay. Yeah, we're back. Cut that whole thing out. No, I mean, you can't listen to music at the same time. It's also the thing of, like, you can't study in large groups. That is not... You've got too many distractions, especially if you're a yapper, a certified yapper like myself. You can't. I can study with a few people,
I can't study with anybody, really.
Really?
Yeah, I can study with maybe, like, one person if they just sit there and listen.
Yeah.
My learning is, like, whenever I know I have an exam coming up and I need to, like, learn the information, I act as if, like, I'm teaching it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a really common one because it's effective.
Mm-hmm. Teaching a topic, fantastic.
Thank you.
Look at his belly.
You look good.
He does smell good. Whenever Dr. Florky was like, bring something that smells good to class, I was like, can I bring Zeppelin?
What'd you say?
She said, no, people have allergies. I'm sorry, though.
Oh.
She was really nice understanding about it, but I was like, he smells the best to me.
He smells like berries and flowers.
Exactly. I can't explain it. His breath smells like
Tuna.
caca.
Yeah.
It stinks, but he smells good.
He looks so mad at you.
He knows his breath stinks. He smelt it. He'll, like, lick himself or lick me or lick an object, and his breath will get on the object or whatever he's licking, and he'll smell it and make a face. I'm like, that's how you know it stink.
I really hope you can't hear that. Ew, gross.
Zeppelin. Boy. Don't make me get up. I'll tear
Boy,
that
have you
ass
lost
up.
your mind.
You can get a whooping.
But one kind of like, I guess one that we could wrap up on because I feel like this is a slightly chaotic episode. Is color coding. I know a lot of people are like, oh, if you use yellow, you'll study better, remember better. That does not work. At least for
Who
me.
can read yellow?
Yeah.
If anything, I'll use, like,
Pink.
Zeppelin.
He's gonna get electrocuted.
He is. He's biting on, like, the actual socket and the extension cord.
Let him get zapped.
No, please don't kill him.
Oh yeah, it would kill him actually. He's like, what is this lady doing?
I color code. I know we talked about Dr. Sonia's class of the day, how, like, that's not an effective note taking, and I'm like, it is for me though. Because
Color coding does work.
ever since I've been in college, I have color coded, and Dr. Murdy mentioned it to me the other day because I had her my freshman year. Zeppelin. I had her my freshman year, my sophomore year, and now I have her my junior year. And she's like, I love how you still take notes the same way you did freshman year. Like, anytime I see, like, an assignment or, like, notes I ask you guys to turn in and it's really colorful and it's, like, everything's, like, separated by color, I know it's yours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's how I learn. It helps. And also, it looks pretty.
It does look pretty. I think having one sole color that's gonna help you memorize is not the way to go. I think it's the having like a color per class, like purple or blue or red or something like that. Just have a color that's associated with it and always use color like that that's associated with
See,
it.
I can't do that because then it's going to run out. So I just alternate between whatever's working.
Yeah, that's fair.
Especially at this point in the semester because I'm buying new pens right now.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to say?
No, but Zeppelin's going to have a stern talking to whenever we get home.
It's like standing like right.
Zeppelin, you're in trouble. Well, congratulations on getting into mortarboard.
You too.
Thank you. We're gonna girl boss our way through mortarboard.
Yep.
Yep.
We can only hope.
We can only hope. Again, congratulations to everyone else who got into mortarboard. If you decide to watch this, you should.
Yep.
Oh dear
Lord. Getting sleepy.
We're so tired. It's crazy to have an episode about motivation when I am therefore lacking one.
Me. Whenever you said this, like whenever I got the email, it was like motivation. I said,
We are 2 weeks left of the semester. Ain't nobody got no motivation.
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah. We do have a very special episode for the next week, which is actually next week. I'm still working on it, but I will tell her when we're done here, and not you. Not you, Hannah. It's the camera. It's gonna be exciting. I know it's about. Let me fact check myself real quick before I say something. Okay, yes. So we are not going to be doing an episode through May. I believe next episode is actually our last episode. Maybe
When is it going to be?
next Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's going to be our last episode because I don't think I want to have us bleed into finals and just the last. We need to focus on our papers and entering our junior and senior years. But if you didn't know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And we are going to either have an episode about college mental health and just talk with mental health. We might bring in a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior member. We might talk to her about this later, but somebody else who might have a lot of insight about mental health here on this campus. And yeah, I don't know. It'll be a good episode. It'll be a fun one to end on. And then you'll see us again next year with season 2.
My final season.
Oh my God, Cari's final season. And then I have to find a new person.
And then it'll be your final season.
And then it'll be my final season, and we'll just pass it around.
Zeppelin. Oh, my
Zeppelin,
God.
you are being bad. Don't talk back to me. What'd you just...
What'd you call her?
What'd you just call...
Cussing her out.
Yep.
Hardcore.
Oh my gosh.
Gee, that's not nice.
That is not nice. It'll be a good episode, but we hope that you guys can at least start thinking about studying habits. Sorry, this was a bit of a chaotic episode.
We're just really tired.
We're just really tired. We're just trying to get back at it. But we will have a really good episode for y'all next week. I promise. And maybe a slightly longer one. I don't know. How long was this one?
Almost an hour if I cut out the first 14 and not put it as blooper, but if I do, it's an hour and 8 right now.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, well, good luck with your week. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.